In our second story for that, they have to do with Shatter Wale. Now Shatter Wale were hitting up some kitwa. All fire, left, right, front, back, and there. Now just say some kitwa. So there was a conference call between Shatter Wale, Sadiq Adams, when we say Sadiq Adams, or TV3, and Leslie of Fantasy Dome. So now earlier, Shatter Wale had posted something on his page. Now all kind of some now. As some way na Sadiq Adams akofa some na. Also post to be on also the page. Now, Shatter Wale. So they were called on. It was actually a conference call. They were discussing the way forward for the industry. Any Shatter Wale, the project, any this particular message about Instagram. You can want to say now. And commodity and send be Shatter Wale. They no. He was so furious. The father Sadiq Adam at a point said that about Shatter Wale. And people are saying on social media that Shatter Wale, why are you so furious? I don't know about Fusa. Say I can't you're number one. You all remember United Showbiz Sambakai and United Showbiz only I know that someone do. I was so about Bono and there are other celebrities and other people, especially on social media, what threatens about Bomu, Nanko Forecast, we say Nunya. Now, also say as we speak, Shatter Wale is saying that he is going to report Sadiq Adams. They say they're going to have the abandon. We will be at the report because everybody believes that the new IGP and as the current IGP, aspiring one, so bold or the rule of law, the Ghana first Shatter Wale pa now you say be acting now be on born training. And I think you are number one. Let's check out this too.
Problems with Stone or Sarkodie, regardless of my commentary on them, that's there. Not true. Everybody knows how Shatter Wale behaves in the style. Shatter, that's his modus operandi. He's always worked in this way. His way of shutting people up is to really attack people. He's done it to everybody. I mean, he's done it to his personal management. He's done it to everybody. It's obvious where this is going. It's typical Shatter Wale at its best, but this is not true. In any case, indeed, our board is taking a lead in actually unraveling it further. And so a number of the things that will be communicated in due course will come from that. But it's instructive to note that since I've known Shatter Wale, I've never, ever dealt with him directly across any front. At any point in time when I've dealt with Shatter Wale, it's either through Julio or through Bulldog, or to some extent through Leslie of Fantasy Entertainment. And so Shatter knows that this can never be the case. But I get it. Within the last few days, my taking a differing stance against him on a key issue revolving industry is not something that Shatter likes. And as we all know, Shatter is like that. Once you don't disagree with him, he always comes back with something. I mean, you will know that when he started to attack from the weekend, he said a number of things, some connected to my family, myself, put out too many other things out there. And so obviously this is the other one that he hopes to latch on to, but some of these things do not honestly bother me personally. But of course, it's something that the board will take a very serious consideration to. And so I know in due course the board of the Three Music Awards would work all of this out and manage it. What is instructive again is that the Three Music Awards, it's not Sadiq. The process of the Three Music Awards is not Sadiq. I don't even have any influence over that, and so it's some way. In fact, I mean, you will know by now.
Yes, sorry for now. You mentioned earlier that you didn't deal with Shatter Wale, I mean, on that one-on-one basis. But
I don't deal in any instance where we've had to engage Shatter Wale. I've never dealt with him directly.
All right. So far as the Three Music Awards is concerned.
Yes, I've never had to deal with him directly.
But if you've had other engagements with Shatter Wale apart from Three Music Awards directly?
No. So in fact, when Shatter, anything related to Shatter, like I indicated, anything, business, anything, I go through his managers. So if it's not Bulldog in the initial instance, it will be Julio or at certain instance, Chris Corney. But in respect of the 2019 event he's talking about, whatever engagement was done through Fantasy Entertainment Leslie. And so it couldn't have been the case that I had connected with him somewhere, somehow in relation to it, you know. And so you would also realize that that year was when we had a massive public voting, you know, and obviously the feedback of it informed going forward what was going to happen. So, I mean, of course, it's typical Shatter Wale, putting out things. That's his own way of trying to cow people into submission. That's how he's been in industry for some time now. But there's no iota of truth in this.
All right.
When Shatter Wale is pushed further for strict rules, I'm very confident he will never have any proof on this against me.
But have you had any conversation with him before? Put aside 3 Music Awards. Have you had any conversation with him before? Do you have that rapport with him that someone would believe that you had a convo with him privately in which you told him that?
No.
I just want us to establish that.
Point is that Shatter is an industry person.
Yeah.
At every point in time when we would have industrial conversations or sometimes meet here and there and all of those things, I mean, you would have conversations. But like I indicated to you,
your call has been put on hold. Please wait. Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
I got in some guys. I was trying to pass on some guys to him to do business with him. Obviously, I will reach out to him and say, yo, Charlie, I need to have this guy speak to you. And then obviously, and he knows that in that instance, definitely you would have to go through management. And so he would say, okay, you know what, talk to Bulldog, talk to Chris Corney, you know, or talk to whoever is in charge, deport you or anything, you know. Point is that, like I indicated, it's one of those usual Shatter Wale things of putting a spin. And of course, once this gives him a certain leverage, and this gives him a certain extension to extend the narrative, he would latch on to some of these things. But like I indicated, some of these things for me personally, these are not the things that cows me into submission, to be honest. But like I indicated, generally for the awards, the board takes the lead in the key decision making regarding what happens. And so going forward, whatever communications regarding this allegation and whatever steps will be taken and all of those things will definitely come from the board.
All right. So, Sadiq, please hold on for me. I have Shatter Wale online. I just want to get to the bottom of this. Hello, Shatter Wale. Hello, Shatter.
Hello.
Shatter, how are you?
Everything good.
Everything Ira?
Everything Ira.
Over the weekend, you came out with some serious allegations against 3 Music Awards, and we just want to get to the bottom of this. You suggested that Sadiq told you that he was going to give you 11 awards simply because Stonebwoy and Sarkodie were not on good terms with him. How far is this allegation true? Can you convince us that what you're saying is true? Because Sadiq is on the line and he's refuting having any such discussion with you. How would you convince us that what you're saying is true?
Sometimes.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait. Your call has been put.
Sometimes the word allegation, when we are using it, we should know how to use it well. I hear what I'm saying. What is allegation? When I'm here, it's no more an allegation. This is me, this is Sadiq. Ask him how many times he's been to my house. Ask Sadiq, say, you know, bring girl come out before. You know, bring girl come out before. What is he trying to talk about? People shouldn't try and undermine people's business. Sadiq should know that if he's a CEO of 3 Music Awards, Yola of VTM has never spoken on radio like the way he's speaking for. Small money where he gets. So if you say you go talk Shatter Wale matter, if you do, I'm going to talk things worse than what we are talking about. If you have come to me to beg me to help you do 3 Music Awards, so we can push it the way you want it. Today we will and say anything I talk. And you know one thing that is surprising me about Sadiq, that anything I write on social media and I don't call his name, Sadiq will come and tarnish my image on social media. And I have so much respect for this guy. But because of his behavior these days, I've called his investors if he doesn't know. And they are even listening. Even before he speaking, I've called them. That this is the type of person that they want to manage something for them. He's not a businessman. If Sadiq is a businessman, this your interview, you even come and speak about, because it's a disgrace to him.
Shatter Wale, you know, before you can substantiate something to the general public, we will look at it as an allegation. That's how I am looking at it, as an allegation. So that is it.
Yes. Don't even say that. That's what I'm saying. That I am here. If it's an allegation,
Shatawale,
and I'm not there, that is where you can be saying it's an allegation. But I'm here. Sadiq is on your line. Hasn't he come to my house several times to beg me before the 3 Music Awards? After the 3 Music Awards, how many times did he even beg me to bring the awards because he wants to come and take a picture with it?
Shatawale, where did Sadiq tell you this? I know Sadiq is on the line, but I want Sadiq, where did he tell you? Where were you?
The day I was coming for rehearsals at the 3 Music Awards, that day we even concluded, I don't lie. I don't even want us to even be talking about things of certain nature. I don't even lie. I just want to say, he knows. I mean, he prays 5 times a day. You should go and pray 5 times a day. If he knows I'm not lying, I'm lying, he should go. Leslie is my witness. Leslie, your Fantasy Dome Entertainment is my witness.
So Leslie was there when Sadiq made this statement to
Leslie is so big a man that he won't even come. What Sadiq is doing is childish. He won't even have the chance, opportunity to even organize that 3 Music Awards at Fantasy Dome again. Because Leslie in question is my dad. I just know what I'm saying. The kind of things I do with Leslie, I don't go about asking Leslie money. Leslie, give me money. Leslie, help me. Leslie. He have been begging Leslie to give him money to buy equipment, to fly things from America, because he wants to show, Shatter out and big GM some lifestyle. Small boy like you, when you come the industry inside.
So who told you this? Who told you this? That Sadiq has been asking?
I know about it, but Sadiq doesn't have money to organize that award. It's Leslie that gave him Fantasy Dome. All the equipment he's using, it's Leslie that bought them. That Fantasy Dome was built on millions of dollars. That I didn't know when we decided I wanted to put up a dome. It's because of me. I care so much about this industry. Leslie is my dad. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't know anything. Where he started, he don't know. He doesn't know anything. He just came into the industry. What I'm saying is that he has messed up, and he should know that the messing up is trying to mess up to paint my image black. Because where I am standing is that they don't. The reason why I am pissed with Sadiq, and I would say anything that Sadiq thinks that I cannot say, I'll say it because I write things on social media that I don't call this guy's name. So why does he always have to attack me? Especially when it came to this take the country thing. Sadiq came and what a whole lot of bullshit. I was like, oh no, Charlie.
Shatawale, please, your words are too strong for radio. So please, your words are too strong for radio. Yeah, please. So watch what you say, please.
Which of the words?
I mean, you use the SHIT word, so please be careful, please. For decency's sake.
What I'm saying is, listen to me. That I am saying that this is a person like the Don. Do you know how many times I tell you every time that because you're a professional, so I deal with you as such on radio. I don't take feelings from you. I don't have hard feelings for you. Because when I write certain things on social media, they don't. You won't come and attack me. But if I've written about maybe a problem in the country, and you, Sadiq, you know we are in the same industry, and you come and say bullshit, I say, why is the things come like? You come and say things about me like this, then I'll be pissed. For instance, if I come to write on social media that keep battling or keep shooting videos like want to battle Jay-Z, Sadiq is your name Jay-Z. Or because you have been using Tura or Proclair, so you think you are fair. I've not called his name. Why does this guy have to come on radio and be talking nonsense about Shatawale? You won't have it, I swear. Tell him that I say the award, I'm confirming it.
Shatawale.
Sadiq told me that. Listen, Sadiq told me that he wants to give me awards for Stone and Stark audience to see that they are nobody. Because the way they rush, he won't show them level. Because them they deal with VGME. He won't make me build this image awards. That's why we are here.
Shatawale, I just want to quickly throw this one in before I get to Sadiq. Now, it looks like you don't want anybody to talk about you negatively. Is that the case? Or you think Sadiq is over attacking you?
When I'm wrong, they don't. Listen, I am talking from a particular point to a particular point, and I want you to get me clear. If I am wrong and they don't, you say, I am human. I understand. But what I'm saying is that I have written certain things on social media that I don't expect the Don to even talk about, because I'm not even talking about the Don. Because I have a relationship with the Don, because we are in the same office. So that respect is there. Are you getting what I'm saying, the Don?
Yeah, I kind of get you.
Yes.
All right.
So if I write things on social media, and Sadiq, that you know that, oh no, this boy, when I wanted to do 30 minutes, when I wasn't famous, when people didn't know who Sadiq was, I went to this boy, begged him that he should help me to shoot an interview because I want to get that mileage. Today, Sadiq feels he came to school and now he's seeming like I'm the junior and he's the senior. Sadiq, in your life, forever and ever, the things where I get, the things I pass through, you can't be there. You can never be in my shoes.
All right, so
I don't know. You see, people, okay. You don't even check artist growth. So when I'm talking, it's always funny, and I like that.
All right, in fact,
forever and never in Sadiq's life, he can never be like VGMA because the CEO of VGMA has shown me much respect.
All right. In fact, Sadiq, you made Sadiq laugh, and let me quickly get to Sadiq. He's online, so Shatter, please hold on for me. All right, so Sadiq, you've heard Shatter Wale. He says you told him that in the presence of Leslie of Three Music Fantasy Dome. Yes,
Leslie is alive, and obviously, if this thing happened, Leslie will be there to corroborate or confirm or deny it. But this is the point that I had to make. When you ask him, for instance, you realize he couldn't provide a certain proof except to go into other areas. So, for instance, what Shatter Wale doesn't know is that the last 3 music awards didn't happen at Fantasy Dome. It happened at the Grand Arena. That's something that Shatter Wale, for instance, doesn't know. And indeed, I'm confirming the thing that I said to you earlier, which is that at every point in time we've had to deal with Shatter Wale in relation to 3 music awards, it has been management. They are also alive.
Did you?
Year one.
Have you been to his home before? He made that allegation of you getting to his home.
Don't mind Sadiq. It's like
everything pertaining. No. Shatter. You
talk. Have you come to my house before?
Shatter. When you were speaking, I kept quiet. So now,
just stop lying. Stop lying. Shut up there and stop speaking like you're speaking to your son.
Hello, Shatter Wale, please.
Have you been to my house before?
Yes.
What lying?
Please don't use strong language, Shatter Wale.
But they don't. Yes. Listen to me. He's lying.
We want to get to the bottom of this. Please don't use any strong language, please.
Exactly.
No, but let him stop lying. But I don't know how you see me. I just have time for you for radio.
All right, Shatter Wale, please let's excuse Sadiq to explain. Then you can come in, please. I beg of you.
I don't want him to be lying when I'm here. You're lying.
Okay, all right.
Wale, you know, with the shout go do anything. You know the better.
Oh, come on for that. You think I shout? You think I get energy to shout for yourself? I know the shout for yourself.
You know, go shout. You know that. You know in your heart, say, Charlie, we are the different person. We are not any of those industry people. You know that.
Don't you be talking like that on radio and see me like I'm a small boy. If I see you slap, I will slap you. If you slap,
you know what you threaten me. You know. Don't do like you did this thing. You know me.
You don't have your vocal. They don't. If you do, I will send you a voice note. That's Sadiq was threatening me.
Hey, please do send me the voice note. I need that voice note.
Right now. Sadiq, don't think me a fuck up.
But Sadiq, did you threaten Shatter Wale?
No, okay, so Don, this is you see, say they bring another matter. I tell you, so you know me. So it's good that he went to the. Now all of you are realizing. That,
did you threaten Shatter Wale?
No, relax, Don.
I'll send it to you right now.
Please do.
I'll send it to you right now on your WhatsApp so you can play.
Yeah.
Should I send it to you? Should I send it to you right now?
Why does Wale doesn't want anybody to be heard? You've made an allegation.
Wale, you see, Wale.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, please, Sadiq, don't lose your cool. Sadiq, don't lose your cool. You are a radio person. Don't lose your cool. Yeah, please.
I'm not losing.
All right, Shatter Wale.
I have more control. But what I want to say is that to the recent allegation that he made. So indeed, in the instance when we had a disagreement, this was about a month ago. Leslie had reached out to both of us to say, look, guys, I know the two of you. And so we need to calm this thing down. You see the same thing he did do on the phone. Shatter Wale actually on the phone said to me that, hey, if he see me while I repeat this thing in front of him, he would, what he would take to me. And I was like, hey, Wale, don't get it wrong at all.
You talk on radio like I will send the thing give that or make you listen to the way you talk for phone. You see the way you talk, your voice like they don't. If you play Sadiq voice, people will be shocked. You see the way they talk right now. And then what I will send you, you go tell me say
you can never walk with me and say
you think people have learned how to talk on radio. We will have this voice so Sadiq. See, I don't give a fuck on this radio station I'm talking about.
Hey, Shatter Wale, the words, please.
Fuck you.
Hey. Please put Shatter Wale off. Yeah, Sadiq, you're online, eh? Hello, Sadiq.
I'm here, Don.
Yeah. So thank you very much for.
No. Let me just finish. Finish. You see, again, you've asked him a simple question. Shatter Wale has not been able to prove it. He's confirmed to you that all the things he's doing is because I disagreed with him. He's confirmed. He's not been able to provide any proof to the effect that this is what he's saying. So Wale himself knows and everything that the point that he's making, I've confirmed it again, that at any point in time that I've dealt with Shatter Wale strictly in relation to 3 Music Awards or anything, it has to go through initially Julio or Xylophone at the time in 2018. In 2019 was through Bulldog, and even that, the contact was made by Leslie. And I'm saying to you that I've never, until the rehearsals when he came, when we were all on stage, I never had to speak to Shatter Wale. In fact, even before the show began, it's on record that I passed out and I was in the hospital till the show ended. Today, you've asked Shatter Wale just 2 days after he made the allegation. He's not been able to prove by going around in circles and tell you that I threatened him. And I'm clarifying that. I know Wale will go and cut the piece and say, yes, Sadiq said go beat him and everything and all of those things. It is because...
But Sadiq, did you tell Wale that you go beat him, or did you threaten him? What did you tell him in that audio?
No, you see, Wale told me, Wale did a live video and said to everybody, say, if Sadiq come, the thing I wrote on Facebook, if I come to him, come say it, he go beat me. What he go take? The live video is on Facebook. Then when Leslie called us, he said the same thing again. I was like, to Wale, Wale, sometimes, you forget yourself. You're talking to Sadiq. Sadiq, Fadama boy. Don't try. Not any of his boys. He knows that. Wale knows very, very well. Say, he combined with his boys for anything. Me, Sadiq, he no go fit do anything. He knows. And I tell him, say, yo, anytime he tries those things he does on me personally, personally, I could give him massive trouncing. He never go fit talk anything in defense of myself.
So the trouncing be the beats now. Yes.
I said to him that if he tries anything, those things that he does and everything, he should go and find out. Those things that he does, when he tries it on me, I told him, in defending myself, I would give him a massive trouncing. That one, he knows it. And this is like what? More than a month ago. And you see this particular issue, you realize that as they threaten everybody, he go beat there, he go beat there. He say he knows mention himself, so he go beat Sadiq. He knows it. Make him not that try. Going forward, and I've said to Shatter Wale, look, this, I'm glad that when you gave him the perfect opportunity to say, Shatter Wale, is it true that Sadiq promised you A, B, C, D? How can you convince us? Did you realize that he not convince you? He went around in circles and said that Sadiq disagree with me. When I write something on Facebook, Sadiq says some. When I do so, Sadiq says some. When I say so, Sadiq says some. Isn't it obvious that all what Wale is trying to do is to get back at me by saying this, that. In fact, indeed, if Wale says that he feels that in 2019 he didn't deserve 3 Music Awards, it's fine. I think that he can return it. I'm sure the board may probably consider it. He can return it and probably carry the tears that he shed on the stage. I didn't shed that tear. I wasn't the one that gave the speeches. In fact, at the time all of that was happening, I was still in the hospital. But I've said to you again and again that I have never dealt directly with Shatter Wale on anything in relation to 3 Music Awards, and there's a reason. I've never had to do that with him.
Did you tell him you wanted to take a picture with the awards with him, etc.? Because he made the allegation on air whilst you were here too as well.
Mixing the thing.
Yeah.
So, after he won the awards, we delivered. In 3 Music, when you win the award, we deliver it to everybody. It is true that the awards that he won, we delivered it to him. Again, consistent with how we do it. I got Leslie. Leslie came into town. Leslie contacted him, not me. And we all went to their house together with Leslie and the team and presented the awards to him after the event. I've done the same thing with Sarkodie. I've done the same thing with other actors. So last year, you could see, we presented the awards to everybody. So, like I'm saying to you, proof no dear, Wale, I know him. Everybody knows Wale now. By now, it's become very obvious, this guy is acting in bad faith because Sadiq dared to disagree with him. But because Sadiq stood his grounds and said that if you come and try if you try anything physical, in defense of myself, I'll give you a trouncing. That one, and the done, self-defense or telling somebody, say, Charlie, if you try any of these things on me in self-defense, I will give you massive trouncing. And
Sadiq, two wrongs don't make a right. You could have reported Shatter Wale to the police.
No,
instead of taking the law, into your own hands right now. Yeah.
I'm saying that in the heat of the moment, and Wale knows I'm not a violent guy, but he knows that him or any of his voice, if they try anything, he knows.
Okay, so that is Shatter Wale, why so furious onya kra and come fly to to where they are to beat up Sadiq Adams because or say Ghanaians, especially entertainment pundits and presenters, do not respect artists. Now Shatter Wale has been saying this for quite a long time. Otaka say omo respect artists, but I believe that respect is reciprocal. It is a ubu obia o respect say ni papa no enso bebu. So the question is Shatter Wale so does he also respect presenters here in Ghana? Because Anya Shekwan, we are also part of his history. Yes, we are Kanhobina, baby, wabedri. Even sometimes, even though sometimes they are not but that is the reality. Because airplay, on TV, even in print, journalists are everywhere, bloggers are everywhere, and so sometimes any institutions are not here. And but either way, we all know that we have been part of his music career.